Now okay, so paper chromatography, TLC, HPLC, gas chromatography, these are the techniques that comes under the unit 2. Okay, and after that unit 3, in unit 3 carbohydrates and green chemistry in organic reaction is there. In carbohydrates, monosaccharides means type of carbohydrates is there, monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide, oligosaccharides, all the study of carbohydrates. And after that green chemistry in organic reactions means how we can overcome the side products, means hazardous side products from the organic reactions, and how we can apply the green synthetic methods to for these organic reactions. This is the green chemistry in organic reactions. Okay. This is your syllabus of this semester. And after that, what are the course objectives of this? See, this course means it is relevant to various topics of the basic chemistry. Means you can apply this in learning and also in respective of various areas of expertise. Okay, and it is started with some basic concepts, and you can go for the advanced concepts also. And the course outcomes for this, for first unit, which you will understand the properties and reactions of nitrogen containing functional groups along with diazotization. Means there are diazonium reactions, okay, in which diazonium salts are prepared in this unit also, first unit. And in second unit you will understand the heterocyclic compounds and their separation techniques, and various separation techniques like chromatography and solvent extraction that we are used for the separation of particular organic compounds from a mixture. Okay, and in third unit, the course outcome of the third unit is you will know about the carbohydrates and the different separation techniques of organic compounds, and how will you apply green chemistry concept in organic chemistry. And after that, what is the importance of this course? Why organic chemistry is so important? So you all know in organic chemistry we will deal with the synthesis of various drugs, various important molecules that become the precursors of the very important drug synthesis. Okay, so this is very useful in the pharma sites, in is food, plastic, drugs, in household chemicals, and also in industries. So that's why organic chemistry is very important. And these are the some videos that shows the importance of the organic chemistry. You must watch it. And after that, how to become a chemist. This is the protocol to become a chemist. Okay. That what is the limited or minimum eligibility criteria to become a chemist, and here is a list of the various career opportunities in chemistry field. Okay, you can also have a look of this. And after that, coming to our syllabus, so this is a 3-credit course. Core course is this. Okay, and the course code is SHT 253, and you must have the knowledge of organic chemistry or chemistry subject up to BSc 1 level. Okay, you will know this is the syllabus. And mode of evaluation, you all know that the theory is further distributed into two components. One is internal assessment and external assessment, that is semester and examination. Okay, so your internal is of 40 marks and external is of 60 marks. And the continuous internal assessment components are quiz that is graded, class test, tutorial sheets, assignments, engagement tasks like homework, discussion forums, they are non-graded. Okay. I think you all know about the assessment criteria. Right? So coming to our syllabus. Very good. See, Unit 1 nitrogen containing functional groups, which are in we have preparation of nitroalkanes and nitroarenes, chemical reactions of nitroalkanes, mechanisms of various reactions like nucleophilic substitution reaction in nitroarenes. Obviously, substitution reactions are in arene aromatic compounds and their reduction in acidic, neutral and alkaline medium. Okay, and after that reactivity means we have in this chapter it is divided when you saw the content in that is uploaded on your BBA accounts, this unit 1 is further divided into chapters, 3 chapters. Okay, in which first chapter there is the preparation of nitroalkenes, nitroarenes and their chemical reactions. In second chapter, the second chapter is of amines. Okay, in which structure, nomenclature of amine is discussed and methods of preparation of amine and their preparation method like by reductive amination of aldehyde and ketones and Gabriel-Phthalimide reaction, Hoffman-Bromamide reaction, and in this time also there are number of naming reactions. So you have to learn it, the reactions, mechanisms with their names. Okay, and separation techniques of primary, secondary, and tertiary amines, structural features and basicity of amine, and how amines means amine salt act as a phase transfer catalyst. This is very important property of the amines that they are acting as a phase transfer. So we will also study about the PTC as amine and preparation of diazonium salts from aromatic amines and reaction of those diazonium salts like conversion to benzene, phenols and dyes, Sandmeyer reaction, Sheeman reaction, coupling reaction and these. Okay, and in unit 2 heterocyclic compounds, in which hydrocyclic classification and nomenclature of heterocyclic compounds is there and their aromaticity means you have the five membered or 6 membered rings and with one heteroatom. Okay, and their synthesis and their chemical reactions. Okay, and after that separation techniques in organic chemistry in which chromatography and solvent extraction, in which thin layer chromatography, column chromatography, HPLC and GC techniques are used, and in solvent extraction, extraction of organic compounds from aqueous and non-aqueous media. Okay, and if you remember from the last semester, you also did the experiment that is separation of benzoic acid, phenol, naphthalene. You did it in last semester in chemistry practical, separation of benzoic acid, phenol and naphthalene by using separatory funnel. Yes or no? Yes, no? So that is the separation technique we will study in this. Right? And okay, so in unit 3 carbohydrates is there in which occurrence, classification and biological importance and their types of carbohydrates like monosaccharides and disaccharides, polysaccharides. Okay, and how we represent the carbohydrates, what is the configuration and what are the reactions by which we can convert one carbohydrate or we can combine monosaccharides to get it disaccharides. Okay, so these are the reactions. And green chemistry, in case of green chemistry, some reactions are there which will be used as a green technique, in which very first thing that you have to study is the principles of green chemistry, atom economy reactions, green solvents. Okay, and what is the application of this green chemistry in organic synthesis? And one very famous drug is synthesized, that is ibuprofen. Okay, ibuprofen you have to synthesize, and one more we can try, that is paracetamol we can try with the green synthesis. Okay, and some microwave assisted reactions and future trends in organic chemistry. Just see, once you go to the this suggestive readings, there are the links provided for you that you can buy these books. Okay, and ebook links are also there. Okay, once you click on this, you get the PDF of the same book. Okay, you can download it and you can read it from these links, right? This all content is uploaded on your accounts. Okay, so any question till now, or we can start with our syllabus. Any question to anyone? No question, as always, Vikram. Clear? Okay. Let's start our syllabus. Wait. Okay, first answer this poll. Fast. Yes, Pacha. Respond all. Abhishek, Anoop, Aryan Thakur, Ashna, Ayushi, Chelsea. Respond the poll. Gaurav, Lavisha, Karthik, Mansha, Sukhneet, Surinder. Yes, Swati. Respond the poll, Pacha. Which one is nitro group? Yes, all of you are quite right. Nitro group is NO2. The NO2 is nitro group. NH2 and NHR, they are amine groups. NH2, NHR is primary amine. Okay. starting with nitro groups, what are nitro compounds first? Just see properly the syllabus of first unit, in which preparation of nitroalkanes and nitroarenes is there, chemical reactions of nitroalkanes, and also chemical reaction of nitroarenes and their reduction in acidic and neutral and alkaline medium. Okay, so starting with nitro compounds, first there is a preparation of nitro compounds. So what is the scope of these nitro compounds? That there are many organic functional groups which contain nitrogen, and the scope of this course will study the nitro compounds, nitroso compounds, various compounds are there. Nitro compound means nitro group is NO2, nitroso group is NO, okay, like this. And amines and their derivatives are NH2. This is primary amine. And if we replace this hydrogen by further alkyl groups, then we get secondary and tertiary amines. Then amino acids, peptides, and proteins, other nitrogenous natural products. Okay. So in case of to study nitro compounds, so first see what are nitro compounds. What are nitro compounds? The very first thing is nitro compounds. Wait. Nitro compounds. Nitro group is NO2. Okay. And the nitro compounds, they are an important class of organic compounds. These may be considered to have been derived from the corresponding hydrocarbons by replacement of one or more hydrogen atoms. If we have hydrocarbon, a simple hydrocarbon, and if we replace one or more hydrogen atoms by the nitro group, okay, then they are known as nitro compounds, and they are classified as aliphatic or aromatic. Aliphatic and aromatic. Two classifications are there. And if we have simple, suppose this is our hydrocarbon. Okay, simple hydrocarbon is there. And if we replace one hydrogen from it, this is hydrocarbon. Okay, if we replace one hydrogen with nitro group, CNO2 with H3, okay, one hydrogen with nitro group, then we get the nitro compound. And what is it? What is the name of this? Anyone? What is the name of this compound? CH3NO2. Nitromethane. Very good. Very good. See, the distribution of nitro compound, it is categorized into aliphatic and aromatic. So please tell me what is aliphatic and what is aromatic. What is aliphatic and what do you mean by aromatic compound? Yes, right, Aman. If the compound is, if nitro group is attached to benzene ring, any type of aromatic ring, this is aromatic. Yes, very good. And if the compound is, if the nitro group is connected to any aliphatic chain, simple, straight or branched chain, very nice, and then it is aliphatic. Right, very good, very good. These are the two conditions. Okay, so aryl group may be any type of aromatic group may be there, right? In case of aliphatic, three categories are there. One is primary, secondary, and tertiary. Okay, in case of aliphatic. So see, if we have aliphatic nitro group, then it depends on the carbon on which this nitro group is attached, that what type of this carbon is. Okay, if it is attached to all of one R group, and so this carbon is now primary, and this nitro group is attached to the primary carbon. Okay, nitro group is attached to primary carbon, so it becomes primary nitro, primary aliphatic nitro compound. Okay, and if it is attached to the secondary carbon, then it is known as secondary. Okay, and if it is attached to tertiary, then it is tertiary nitro compound. Clear? Means primary nitroalkane, secondary nitroalkane, and then tertiary nitroalkane. Okay. After that, the isomers of nitro group is there. Isomers of nitro group is there. Means it is the isomeric form of, one is this 1 2 3 4, then it becomes positive and it becomes negative. This is the nitro group, and it can also be like this. Is from this side there is a attachment, and if the compound is attached from this side, if any group is attached from this side, and if any group is attached from this side, then the name of this group is nitro group. What is the name of this group? What is the name of this group? If it is attached from the oxygen side, the nitroso, nitroso is NO. Very good, Ankita. This is nitrite. ITE, nitrite. Okay, and if any group, suppose R is there, then it is known as alkyl nitrite. Okay, alkyl nitrite. So nitrite and nitro groups, they are isomeric forms of each other. Okay, we will discuss in detail. First, do the categories of these compounds. Okay. Now, structure of nitro. Structure of nitro group. Structure of nitro group. So what is the structure? See, two types of nitro group, means we can represent it in two ways. Sorry, N is there, not C. This one. And if it is like this is the classical structure. Okay. And if we write it in this way. This is the polar structure. Polar structure. So once I explained to you that a number of different types of bonds are there. One is covalent bond. So we represent the covalent bond in this way. Simple. Okay. And we also represent the ionic bond by this way, suppose in this way. And we know that this is the ionic bonding, or we can represent it in this way also, because there is a polarity, right? And one bond is coordinate bond, which is represented by this, with that bond is between the nitrogen and oxygen. This is the coordinate bond. Okay, and it can also be represented by this type. Okay. Now tell me, what is the difference between this HCl bond and this bond, coordinate bond, ionic bond and coordinate bond? Can anyone tell me what is the difference between this? Yes, what is the difference with the? Yes, please tell me. In ionic, there is partial positive and negative bonds. Okay. Character, we can say partial negative and positive character are common. And in coordinate bond, full positive and negative character. In coordinate bond, there is no partial. See, in case of this bond, ionic bond, in case of ionic bond, we know that every bond is made up of two electrons. High electronegativity difference. But in coordinate bonds, it is shared bond of ligands. Yes, you are very near her, Komal. Of course, you are right. So we know that the two electrons are sharing. Okay, either they are transferring or they are sharing. But it is pretended that these two electrons should be present in the middle of the bond. But what happened due to high electronegativity in case of this, I'm explaining about the ionic bond. Due to high electronegativity, what happens, this electron cloud will shift it towards the high electronegative atom like this. Okay, the two electrons which are present in between this bond or in between these two atoms, okay, that is shifted towards the chlorine. That's why we can represent it as that it is having the high electron cloud, high electron density, and here less electron density is there, right? So this is the ionic bonding, means partiality in the distribution of electron between the bond. Bond is there, but partial character is there due to electronegativity difference, and that's why they are polar in nature. But what is coordinate bond? Coordinate bond specially represented in the metal ligands, in which various type of ligands are there. Ligand may be donor, ligand may be acceptor. Okay, so these type of ligands are there. Maybe sigma donor, pi acceptor, pi donor, sigma acceptor. So these type of ligands are there. But when anything any atom having lone pair, okay, and the bond is built by donating its lone pair to the other atom. Then it is represented by this type of bond, and this is known as coordinate bond. Like in water molecule or in hydronium ion, this is the water. Okay, water having two lone pairs. Suppose it donates its lone pair to the other proton and becomes a hydronium ion like this. So we can represent it as in this way, hydronium ion, right? We can represent it in this way, but actually the hydronium ion, the third bond is the coordinate bond. We can represent in this, right? It is formed by donating the lone pair of the central atom. Okay, in same case, this bond is the coordinate bond and these bonds and this one, right? And we can say the polar structure. See now, polar structure of nitro compound. So the polar structure of nitroalkanes, it is supported by the large dipole moments. It is supported by the large dipole moments. The nitroalkane be represented by resonance hybrid. Resonance hybrid कैसे होगा? What is the resonance hybrid structures? These type of, and after that means in one time on this bond, you all know that this is the resonance hybrid structure, and we can represent it in this way. Positive, or we can represent it in this way also, with bracket negative sign, right? Clear? These are known as the canonical structures. But by resonance hybrid, the NO bond lengths are same due to resonance hybridization. The NO bond length is same. So the NO bond length is 121 picometer in nitromethane. See, if we have nitromethane like this, we can represent it in this way. So if we are representing in this way, then it means that these two nitro bonds, these two NO bonds, they are, I'm representing by this, these are equal due to resonance hybrid. Okay, so its bond length is 121 picometer. Okay, or it is between the bond length of, if we are representing in this way, I'm writing here CH3N double bond O and one is single bond. Okay, so it is in between, this is 136 picometer and this double bond is 114 picometer. So it is in between these two bond lengths, right? Clear or not? Yes or no? To all. Is it clear? Very good. Very good. Okay. Wow, very first time. Surinder, very first time you are responding. Very good, very good. So see, the next thing is the nomenclature. Nomenclature is very simple. Nomenclature of nitro compounds. Just what we do according to IUPAC, what we do in case of naming the nitro compounds, if we have alkanes, means branching chain, or if we have the even cyclic structure, not aromatic, then we can just add prefix. What is the prefix of nitro compounds? That is nitro. Prefix nitro is added, okay, to alkanes or to arenes. If compound is aliphatic, then it is nitroalkane, whatever the number of carbon atoms connected to that nitro group, okay. And if the compound is aromatic, then it is nitroarene, and whatever the chain or whatever the ring is connected to the nitro compound, okay. So see the example here, means two type of nomenclature. If we have two type of compounds, nitroalkanes and nitroarenes, right? If methyl group is there, number of carbon atom is 1, then it is nitromethane. uh, Take it in this way. You all know that numbering, if we have to give the numbering of this chain, then numbering starting from the functional group, okay. And the functional group is here, so it is number 1 carbon is this CH2, okay, 2 is this and 3 is this. So what is the name of this? What is the name of this organic compound? Nitropropane. And if we have to give the proper name according to numbering, then it is 1-nitropropane, because it can have the various isomers, like if we take it in this way, this is also nitropropane, okay, but it is 2-nitropropane. So there is a difference in nitropropane, 2-nitropropane. And if we take it in this way, that is CH2, means if we take in on this carbon atom, then what is the name again? What is the name now of this compound? Yes, 3-nitropropane. One. Yes, very good. Means we will start the numbering from this side now. Very nice. So it is also 1-nitropropane. These 2-nitropropane and 1-nitropropane, they are the functional group isomers of each other. Only the position, or we can say they are the positional isomers of each other. Only the position of functional group changes. Right? And coming to arene, case of arene, this is, tell me the names of these compounds if I am taking it in this way, or Yes, tell me the name. If and if two nitro groups are there. First is nitrobenzene, very good. Second is orthomethyl nitrobenzene. But if we are doing proper according to IUPAC, then we can't use the ortho and para positions. We have to use 1, 2. We can say 1-methyl 2-nitrobenzene. Okay. And if we are using, yes, very good, Rohit. If we are using common nomenclature, that is then ortho nitrotoluene. We have to use the common name of this methyl benzene, that is toluene, ortho nitrotoluene. And this is para nitrotoluene or 1-methyl 4-nitrobenzene. This is 1,3-dinitrobenzene. Okay. And for this meta-dinitrobenzene. Is it clear to everyone? Yes, Rohit. What is your question? Nitro group को number 1 के हाँ. See, in case of nitro group, what happened here? Parent chain, we have to see the parent ring. The ortho and second numbering is according to the substituent. Okay. If the substituent starting from here, then it is also 1, 2. Means that 2 number is according to the substituent present on the benzene ring. First substituent. Then we have to fix the position of the functional group. Okay. So if there is no doubt, then you can leave this session. And thank you so much for joining. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you.